Rjpasini.com. My name is Rjpasini. I am founder of this business, and I just wanted to introduce myself to you and tell you a little about myself. I started this business, I started actually selling on eBay back in 1999, but it's been an on and off type of business. And I recently got started doing it full time since the time I had lost my job back in 2016, last year I should say. And I've been doing this full time ever since. And I just want to, I just wanted you to feel rest assured that me doing this business, I will always make sure that you get the utmost service that I can provide. I do ship items out within one day, within business hours, of course. And I want you to also understand to potential buyers that when you do hit my website, if you do hit the website, or in this particular case, the eBay listing, I want you to know that what I put in that description is pretty much right on T. I do the videos in place, in place of that as well, to also give you a full idea of what it is you're buying, and to show you that it does, the item or the particular product I'm selling does sell. Also, I want you to keep in mind that I offer a 30-day money-back guarantee. So anytime you buy something from my website, or in this case eBay, you don't have to worry about sending stuff back. I back up all the merchandise I sell, and I just want you guys to be, rest assured that you will have no problem buying from me. If you do come across a situation where you have an item that's not, for some reason it gets to you and it's not working, please don't hesitate to send it back. If you do open it up and you find out the item is not what you expected, don't hesitate, please send it back and you will get your full refund, including shipping. But I just want you guys to know this here, that I do take this business serious. It's not a hobby or a part-time business for me, it's a full-time venture, and I do stand by my return policy, and I do stand by the products that I'm also doing when I do video presentations. If I'm telling you something is broken or not properly functional, it will be noted in the description and also in my videos. A lot of people had questioned once before, not that many, but enough, had asked, in regards to why I do videos when it comes to merchandise, like I'm selling, whether it be a camera or a printer in this particular case, whatever. They feel that, sometimes on YouTube, whatever people want to learn, they want to hear, they want to learn stuff. And I do give pointers out. I don't strictly do only, videos about eBay and the merchandise I sell. I do other things as well. I do quick tips sometimes. If I come across something that I feel you guys should know about, I will, share it with you. I don't do like the other sellers do, folks. You'll notice that if you come to a lot of my videos, I do express myself and I do say what's on my mind. I don't hide anything. I don't sugarcoat anything. I tell it like it is, and I had discussions, I made videos where I talk about, going into this type of business, that it's not the easiest business to go into. But like any other business, it does take a lot of work and it does take time. And doing this business on a full-time basis, so to speak, you don't have too much time to spare. If you're not sourcing, you're doing research and vice versa. And you want to make sure that, even though if you are really busy, you want to make sure that when you're sending your merchandise out to your customers, that they are getting it satisfactory condition. I would be very upset if I sent something out, or if I received something that was, 1 minute was shown in a video or was in the description, and you're expecting to get it in 1A condition, and then it arrives at your house or your place of business, and you find the thing is, not properly packaged. The other thing I have a problem with is, and I'm not saying this in a bad way, but I notice though sometimes when I do my research on eBay looking for similar items that I sell, I see a lot of people will just not clean them up and just put them out there. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, for the sellers who are doing that, and I'm not trying to, give myself kudos for that. But anytime you buy something from me, it was always going to be clearly wrapped, clean, disinfectant. I use a light disinfectant on there to remove it, remove any germs. It comes from a germ-free environment, so to speak, smoke-free environment. I don't, keep things laying around in basements and stuff like that, or garages, whatever. All the merchandise I have is stored in the facility, and I make sure that the area is always well kept clean and stuff. So you never have to worry about buying merchandise from me. Like I said again, I make sure everything is well cleaned and wrapped, everything's in plastic. And again, if you did receive something from me, and that there was something that was unsatisfactory to you for whatever reason it may be, I would please like you to contact me prior to leaving any negative feedbacks. So far I have 100%. I would like to keep it that way, and I'll do everything in my power to make you as the potential buyer happy with the merchandise I sell. For the most part, I try to get items that are resellable. I don't like to get junk, like junky items, stuff that's not worth putting up on eBay, stuff that you wouldn't even want to, that's not even worth throwing in the garbage. I wouldn't sell stuff like that. But I just wanted to, enlighten you with that there. The merchandise I get, for the most part, it comes from thrift stores. Sometimes family members will give me items they don't want, and I'll sell it for them. Or if they don't want, and then they'll let me hold on to it, whatever. But for the most part, I try to source a lot from thrift stores. Apparently, on occasion, I will go to yard sales if I see something that's worth picking up. But I just wanted to share that with you guys. I know sometimes people feel a little funny buying from somebody they're not really familiar with. I'm trying to build a brand up here, and my name, if you do follow me, excuse me, if you do follow me on your YouTube, or I should say eBay, you will notice that I changed my name from Rjpasini to Shop Rjpasini for great deals. I try to work with people. A lot of my merchandise is on best offers, and I do try to work with people when it comes to making best offers. But for the most part, sometimes I get low ball figures with that, and there's times I have to decline it because it's so low that it's not even profitable for me to even sell it. But for the most part, I work with my buyers, and I will always answer your emails, to the best of my ability, unless I'm super busy or something happened along the way where I couldn't get to a computer or my phone. I always answer my, emails from, or I should say messages from potential buyers asking questions, and I've had quite a few of them as well. So I just want you guys to, be aware of that. I do take pride in my work, and like I said again, I am an honest seller. If something is, again, not worthy to be on eBay, it will not be, I will not definitely sell it, although I have sold in the past items that have been broken. For example, I received a printer that was in working condition, and I sent it off to a buyer, and the buyer had sent it back to me, and it wasn't properly packaged, and the printer is now damaged. So yes, that printer is being sold for parts not working. I very rarely have cases like that. It's not my fault. When I ship it out, it's always shipped out, very well packaged to ensure safety, that it gets to you guys in one piece. And I always say my video is not in pieces. I know that because I do the shake test on the box before I send it out. If it's rattling in the box, most likely it's going to be damaged getting to you. So I always make sure that that's one thing I'm a stickler on. I want to make sure that that item is going to get to you well packaged and secure and without damage. So yes, do I sell stuff on occasion like that? Parts not working? Yeah, that's true. Matter of fact, to be honest with you, I have a couple of CD players, and again, I picked them up at the thrift store, and there's not really an easy way to test them over there. I don't bring batteries with me. I should though, and I should, maybe carry a little pocket CD with me, something I could just play. I had two Sony, I think it is either two Sony, I think it's two Sonys, and don't quote me on it, I think it might be two Sonys and one Kenwood that's being sold for parts not working. And the reason why that is not because I bought them like, damaged. I didn't know they were damaged. I didn't purposely buy them damaged and put them on eBay. When I did get a chance to check them out, in the thrift store I had to use a jack, I had to use one of theirs, AC power adapters to power it up. I went through the motions to make sure it was on, everything powered up and stuff like that, but when it came to playing actual music, they didn't work. So now I got those being sold for the parts not working. Again, I don't really like selling stuff like that. I've done something like that in the past. I stated it in my description. I sold it to the buyer. It was a printer, and when the buyer got it, the buyer was complaining to me. This was years and years ago. I bought a printer off you and you sold it to me. It doesn't work. It's broken. And I told the buyer, if you read the description, and I think at the time, I believe I did the video, if I'm not mistaken, but I believe I did the video at the time, and I stated in there that this is being sold for parts not working. Needless to say, the buyer didn't leave me a negative feedback. It might have been a neutral, but for the most part, I didn't take the refund. I didn't, offer a refund because it was stated there. All sales were final, and again, I don't come across those type of situations too often. I sold a couple of printers this week. I'm hoping they get to the buyer safe and sound. Like I said, once it leaves the premises, I can't, make a personal guarantee that they're going to get to you safe, because it all depends how the courier is taking care of that package during shipment. So I can't, give you an ironclad guarantee that it's going to get to you in one piece. I'm hoping it does. When I package it up, I make sure it's well packaged. And again, it all depends on the carrier. Did it fall off the truck? Did the truck run over or something like that? I'm just saying that not to be cute or funny, but that's the only way something like that would get damaged. For the most part, a lot of the items I sell are always well packaged and well shipped. You can even read in my feedbacks, some of them, that some people like the way I package the items, quick shipping, well packaged, and so on and so forth. I'm not doing a segue to lead into my feedbacks, but I'm just giving you a little example, a heads up on that's what some of the buyers' comments were in regards to shipping and the service. Again, I try to do the best I can with these items I get. If there's, and I get, the reason why I do the videos, folks, again, is because I think a video presentation is better than in some cases still photos. Even though that old saying goes, every picture's worth 1,000 words. It's always nice to have something live. I like to see motion. I like to see things in function, working and working order. I tested 2 videos today on a clock radio, a Sony digital clock radio, and I also did one on the Microsoft keyboard, ergonomic keyboard. And now people might say, well, what are you going to do with that? How do you do a demo on a keyboard? Well, it's simple enough. Of course you're going to plug it into your computer, and I do the split screen. So when I do the split screen, I have a mirror image. What I'm seeing is what you're seeing, and I just go through the format. I'll open up a Word document, and I will show you all the keys functioning, uppercase, lowercase. In this case, it's a multimedia keyboard, so I'll go through the feature of the playing a radio, going onto the to the web, the email, and just show you all the buttons that work on there. For the most part, people may think it's silly, but again, I think it's very viable in this type of business that the potential buyer does see what him or her is getting. And that's basically it, folks. I really don't have too much more to say in regards to that. Like I said, I do take this business serious. To me, it's not a hobby. To some people it is, and if it is, that's fine. Some people do it part-time. I'm doing it right now full-time due to my circumstance of a job loss. And, that's what brought me here to do this here. I have, again, been selling since 1999, but it's been on and off. That's why if you look at my feedback score, it doesn't seem like it's very high. You would think a guy that's been selling since 1999 or been on eBay since 1999 that would have a higher feedback score, maybe a couple thousand, maybe 3,000, depends, But I just want to share this with you guys. A lot of buyers don't always leave feedbacks, and it would be nice if they did. I would appreciate if they did, because it lets me know as the seller, if there's a problem wrong, are you satisfied with it? Did you like the service? Did it get to you on time? Was it too late? Was it a time-consuming process to get it to you? Was there something wrong when you got it? I don't know these things. So, you know, for me, when a person doesn't leave a feedback, it kind of like puts me in limbo because I don't know whether the person liked it or not. And I have quite a few feedbacks, actually more than quite a few, where people didn't leave me a response, and it's still out there. But I always will leave a feedback for them as well. You know, feedbacks to me, people might say, well, what's the big deal with a feedback? It lets the other potential buyers know just who you're dealing with, and what the other buyers, what's their selling, you know, their experience with you as a seller. You know, is the service good? Is the person, was it when I messaged the buyer, did the buyer, you know, did the seller get back to me with an attitude? Did they leave me a nasty message or stuff like that, and so on? I'm not like that. I will, you know, stick up for myself if somebody, you know, tries to make it like, you know, a lie about something. Again, I had an issue where a buyer had purchased a printer from me, and they said that there was no printer cable or no AC power cord with it, and they sent it back. What is not as described, doesn't work, whatever, and I said, hey, send it back. And I wanted to see, you know, because sometimes, you know, in the lieu of things, if you're working fast or you're rushing, there's a possibility that, hey, maybe I didn't put the printer cable in it, maybe I didn't put the AC power cord in it during the shipment, you know. And when the person sent it back to me, lo and behold, it was there. All the package, the power adapter was there, and the printer cable was all taped up, wrapped up in plastic. So, you know, the buyer lied. I guess, you know, for whatever reason, why they lied, I don't know. But I know I don't, 99.9% of the time, I will not ship an item out like that, especially a printer. I'm not going to ship a printer out with not a USB cable or an AC power adapter. That's crazy. I would never do that. But, you know, I didn't give the buyer a hard time. I didn't even message him back after I got it back. I didn't even tell the buyer that, you know, I received the printer, it's damaged, now I have to sell the parts not working. I didn't even bother telling the buyer that. There's no sense, it's not going to do anything. The buyer, what's the buyer going to say? Geez, I'm sorry about that, I thought I had it packaged properly. It's okay, it happens, you know, what are you going to do? But that's why if you do see some items on my eBay listings that are being sold for parts not working, it's because of something the buyer did, or in a particular case, like I said, with the thrift store, I went to the thrift store to pick up a CD players thinking they were going to work, and it's all a hit and miss, folks. If you do this type of business and you do source, sometimes it's a hit and miss. You know, you bring them home and you hope when you put those batteries in there and you pop a CD in there, it's going to play. And it's like hitting the lottery, so to speak. You know, oh wow, you know, I get very happy when I buy a CD player and bring it home and put batteries in there and it's playing music, you know. But on occasion this happens. So if you see stuff on there that's for parts not working, it's because of those reasons. Like I said again, I am not going to buy stuff and put stuff up there. That's, to me, that's not worth, you know, that's not even resellable. Some people do, and that's fine. If you want to run your business like that, that's fine. However you want to do it. But in closing, folks, I just want to say, if this is the first time coming to my YouTube channel, I just want to say, you know, I'd love to have you as a subscriber. Please subscribe. If you like what I do with the videos, please give them a thumbs up. And if there's any comments or questions you have for me, please leave it in the comment section. I'd like to hear what you have to say. Even with this video here, if you think this video presentation in regards to introducing myself to you, if you think it was, you know, worthy to do it or not worthy, or you think it was a waste of my time, I don't think the videos I produce are a waste of time. I don't do videos to put down anybody. There are a couple videos I might have done a while back where I did talk about the business, and I did mention about, you know, oversourcing and about, you know, getting into this type of business, you know, with great expectations. Because let's face it, folks, with any type of business, it does take time. It takes time to nurture a business to get to where you want to be, where it becomes profitable. So to any buyers or any sellers out there that do come across this channel, hit this channel, in this particular case, this particular video, I am not making any statements that, you know, or derogative remarks that, you know, what they do, what I do is better than what they do, and vice versa. We're all in a reseller community. We're all in this business to make a nice living out of it, hopefully. And that's basically it, you know. I mean, that's the whole thing behind this type of business. But the thing is, I will say, in regards to doing this business, I place the buyer number one. As far as I'm concerned, the buyer is always right, just like, you know, they say the consumer is always right when you go into stores and stuff like that. The buyer is number one. My buyers who buy off of me, and I have quite a few repeat buyers, they're number one, okay? And if there's something that needs to be addressed and they're not happy with something, please, without hesitation, you're not allowed to email me my personal email address. I know in my videos I do give it out, but according to eBay, you're not supposed to go out of that realm. So please message me if you have a problem. You know, if you need to open up a return case issue with eBay, please contact me so I know how to do. I know what I'm expecting. If it's a printer or whatever it may be, I know how to, you know, I know how to adjust myself. And I'm hoping that if you do send an item back like that, be it electronics, please, all I say is repackage it the same way I sent it to you. Make sure it's well packaged, because the problem arises that if you send it back to me and it's not properly packaged, it comes back damaged. Now I'm stuck with a broken item, and then I have to sell it for parts not working, and I really don't want to do that. My return rate is not that bad. I had, I think, a total of three, which are not my fault, and the reason why I say it's not my fault, and eBay is well aware of it, because the buyer had purchased an item and didn't read the description. And as you know, folks, eBay records and documents everything that is said. When you call them up, they'll tell you, you know, we're recording the message, so on and so forth. That's to protect you as the seller and the buyer, and that's also to keep eBay abreast of what's going on as well between the two. You're like the mediators. So, you know, if you're going to send something back, you know, please send it back in in the same condition I sent it back to you. You know, I sent it to you. I really can't afford to have stuff coming back damaged, and then I got to try to resell it again. And you know, what's the sense? You know, that's how I look at it. Sometimes if the thing's really damaged up, I just have to throw it in the garbage, and I really don't want to do that because it costs me decent money to buy these items, you know. But I just hope, like, you know, with this video, it gives you a little clarity and gives you a little more information and insight about me as a seller. I do have Facebook groups, a Facebook group I should say, and I'm on Twitter as well. I don't deal too much with Amazon. I put some stuff up there. It doesn't really seem to move just yet, but then again, I'm not a big seller on Amazon, so I probably don't have a big established presence on their website. I'm also on Bonanza. Bonanza, folks, is not bad. I think they make claims that they're, you know, almost as good as eBay, or trying to be as good as eBay, but you know, it's not a bad platform. I'm not endorsing them, so to speak, but they're okay. I mean, since I've been with you know, Bonanza, I got I think about a total of 9 sales, something along that line. It's not bad. What's good about it, though, just a lead, I know it's a segue leading into Bonanza. What is good about it is you can import all your eBay items onto their website. You just got to go through. You just got to go through the menus and follow the prompts there. What they want you to do is when you're giving them permission, you'll get like that little token message that comes up, I think, with eBay, allowing Bonanza to, I guess, access their account or your eBay account so they can do the import. And what they do is they'll import all the same merchandise that you have listed on eBay onto their website, and it's a mirror image. It's like, to me, I look at it this way. People might say, well, if you're not getting them any sales, why do you keep them? I thought about it at one point closing the account, but I said, you know what? Let me hold on to it. You know, it's like you get double exposure, so to speak. When you don't sell on eBay, you sell on Bonanza. When you don't sell on Bonanza, you sell on eBay. So yes, is it a mirror image? Exactly. You know, what's on eBay is what's on Bonanza, and I guess eBay allows it because they never complained about it. I never heard them making any statements about they don't want the affiliation with Bonanza. So if there was a problem with that, I'm sure that would have been dealt with a while back. But folks, I just want to let you guys know, please, if you shop from me, with me, you buy merchandise off of me, please feel free to contact me or through eBay's messaging system. If you have any questions, I'll answer to the best of my ability. A lot of the items I have, they're not my personal items. A lot of these are pre-owned. I would like to, you know, as time goes on, once I clear out the inventory I have, I would like to I'd like to maybe brand or source my own stuff, my own brand of maybe clothing or whatever, or get into some different type of line of products to sell. I'm getting really a little tweaked about, you know, the stuff I'm selling right now. I don't mind selling printers. It's a lot of work, you know, making custom boxes and packing them up and shipping them out. And to some people it may be a piece of cake. Say, well, I don't find it being a problem like that. I don't find it to be a problem, but with printers, even though I do the video presentations or the demos with those, sometimes the buyer, I'm not saying they don't understand, but sometimes the buyer will get it, and they still seem to have a problem with it. I had a couple of buyers that had bought printers, and they messaged me back, the printer don't work, this is not printing out, I put new ink cartridges in, it's not working. And I would reciprocate with them, and you know, tell them, guide them along and say, this is what you need to do if it's not working, and give them, you know, like a little set of instructions as to what they do. And 9 out of 10, it works, and they'll message back, say, okay, I got it to work, thank you for your help, you know. It's not going to be broadcasted on eBay, of course, you know, we don't have the resolution, I don't have a personal resolution as to when a buyer has an discrepancy with me as far as with the printer or whatever it may be, you know, so you guys ain't going to know about that, but I'm telling you firsthand, that's how it works with me. They message me, of course, and then I would, you know, message them back with the resolution to correct the problem. So I just want you guys to know that, you know, I know it's a very competitive field, and there's thousands and thousands of buyers and sellers going on and making a lot of transactions within eBay, the eBay website there. But rest assured, if you have any situation or you're thinking about buying from me, please don't hesitate. I'm a fair guy, and like I said, I offer, I think, just about all my listings I have, which is not much, folks. I'm not, like, even though I'm rated as a top-rated seller, I'm not up there in the thousands and thousands. I don't have 15,000, 20,000, 30,000, so on and so forth. I'm not that big. I'm hoping I would like to be that big one day, but it all depends on, you know, how this thing transitions into, you know, where I become more, you know, more, I could say, have an adequate income stream, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes there's days where it's slow, and then there's days you make sales, and there's days you don't. Today happens to be a slow day, so I figured let me take the advantage and make this video presentation an introductory to myself this time, an intro video introducing myself to you guys as a seller. So with that, any more going on to this, I just want to tell you guys thank you very much for stopping by and checking out my video. I'm sorry I'm rambling on. I just thought I'd share this, guys, with you. And again, if you have any questions or, you know, anything about the, you know, any questions about the merchandise I'm selling, please feel free to contact me. Thanks again, guys. I'll talk to you soon. You have a great day. Bye-bye now.